I want to call out a couple of commanders who have made some cool stuff in the last week that I just want to take a moment to salute. Commander ASCORBIUS put out Little Furry Space Legs. Link is in the show note. It's a funny little 14-minute long machinima video that is, yeah, I mean, people know Scorb stuff. His stuff is always awesome. And he also put out, he was one of the two, Scorb and Commander Katie Byrne were sort of ones that had put out videos in the last week or so that Frontier acknowledged directly and said, like, yeah, we see you guys are not liking this issue, this content creators, you're not liking this issue with the whole camera suite, and we're going to look at it. They put out a focus feedback thing on the forums to try to get it sorted and whatnot. And that was sort of in, how do I say it, in support of a previous sort of raising of the issue by Commander Rini of the Burr Pit, who had said, like, hey, this is a problem. So, big salute to all involved. In addition to that, Commander Spatula 07 put out Elite Dangus, the case of the cleared save, 17 minutes long. Again, much like the previously mentioned Scorb video, it's machinima, it's funny. I think that right now, where so many people are so depressed about different issues, I think these people, Spatula, Scorb, Turjan, Starstone, these people that are putting out sort of funny little kind of machinima videos, they're doing God's work, because it gives you something to chuckle about. It gives you a reason to sort of love and appreciate the community. And I think we all need a good laugh right now. And these things are great. So just want to give these guys a big salute. In addition to this, I want to call out Commanders Will and Kate's YouTube page. They put out Odyssey Update 4. Massive performance increase. Skunkworks. It's like a 20-minute, 30-minute long video that massive information of, here's a half-hour playthrough. Oh, we're going to run around. We're going to cut some panels. We're going to rob this base. We're going to go fly here. We're going to fly there. And they kind of just, in a very, it was like a 6 or 7 people, and in a very sort of kind of relaxed and conversational manner, like, hey man, look at this. We're cutting this panel. This is smoother. Hey, we're doing this. This is, better. This is, this is good, this is not good. They kind of gave a running commentary on things, and I really appreciated that, and I thought that was great and definitely worthy of an update. Juki, you have a comment on, I guess, Frontier with the patch notes? We've called this one out for repeated 3 or 4 weeks, so I'm gonna let you make your comment on it.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, we're out of salt section right now, but man, I'm just so sick of performance increases or bug fixes being this ridiculous umbrella term that just means we did things. And you see this in everything. It's not just Elite, but a lot of things. Update notes being we did some things. Please tell me something. Please give me anything, right? Give me some specifics. We're adults here, right? Tell me that the performance improved on planets or in a bar or whatever, for whatever reason, because that's important to us. Yep, no, I 100% agree with you. We discussed it in like I said, for the last couple of weeks, and I put out a detailed video saying that I strongly believe that anytime Frontier puts out a Thursday patch, a long patch, they have an asset available to them, the Thursday Super Cruise News. They should, for sure, read through all the patch notes, do what Final Fantasy XIV does, do a live letter where they say, hey man, we put out a list of patch notes that has 163 headings. Let's read out each one, tell you what it is. Let's educate our customer base. Let's edify them and say, this is what this means, this is what that means, for multiple reasons. 1, so that they can take a bow for their hard work and the fixes that they've made. 2, for the things that they say are fixed, which we've seen more than once be not fixed. People can raise it and say, hey, you said this was fixed. It's not. Let's give you good, clear feedback so that you can sort of, address it again, whatever. And also, thirdly, just to help their player base sort of understand a way that a lot of this stuff works, so that they might have a better feel for what Frontier is doing and how and why and where things are going. So I
completely salute and agree with your statement that it would be good for Frontier to sort of explain a little further on that. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that comment, Tweaked. It's hilarious, but this is the no salt zone. So next up, I want to call out Algoreb AM podcast. Link is in the show notes. They put out an episode on June 15th. I Flip It a Switch put out an episode, and it's just like a 15-minute long. It's a short little episode, but it's very, very cool. And I want to salute what Flip did here. He put out, he said, look, there's a thing. It's called the Elite Dangerous Career Map. It has lots of different things you can do in the game. I'm going to go through, and I'm choosing to not be salty. I'm choosing to be positive, to try to sort of, do good things. And I want to highlight different areas of it. So he highlighted on this week's episode smuggling, and he talked about things you could do with smuggling. And I want to take a minute and have the whole cast go around on this, because this is actually brilliant. This Algoreb AM this week was brilliant in that he said, hey, ignore for a second the fact that you can make more money mining than smuggling. Okay, yes, we all know you can make more money doing other things. Smuggling is the redheaded stepchild of actually earning money. Okay, fine. But guess what? None of this is real money. It's not like if you grind until your eyes bleed and make 100 billion credits, you have no extra money in real life. It's a game trying to have fun. And what he's saying is do smuggling for fun, not because it's going to release a huge profit, but because you want to play Han Solo. So go and do some smuggling runs and try to sneak past the cops with your stuff. Take some onion head, try to, be a weed dealer, whatever. Try to sneak it into the space station. Do it with some friends. Get on comms with 3 or 4 friends. All of you load up with weed and try to sneak it into a station. And, then you'll be, aha, you got caught. I snuck. I made it by. Whatever. You could have some fun, have a few laughs, maybe have an adult beverage. Let's look for the opportunities to have fun in Elite Dangerous and ignore the credits. Ignore the, this one actually pays better. It's more efficient. Yes, there's times to be efficient. There's also times to have fun in your space game. I want to go around the horn real quick because even if you guys aren't putting in dots on this, I want feedback on this. You go first, Roy.
It reminds me of like when I was a child and I played with an actual sandbox. We call this a sandbox game, right? And you'd have some friends over and you'd kind of make up some little rules about, this guy's got a truck and then we're going to build a bridge and we're going to do this. Like, it's that kind of concept where you construct your own fun, you make a few light rules around it, and then you just go do it, and the doing of it is the fun of it. And yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the min-maxing in this game, especially if you're grinding for whatever, engineer stuff or mats or things like that. But there's all these fun little loops, and I've run into a few fun ones. Smuggling's fun. If you've never actually checked out some of these weird-looking space stations where you can go, get data mats and stuff like that, that's fun, and there's ways to do that. These are not huge money-making things, but they're actually pretty enjoyable, and it's easy to lose sight of that. And
more enjoyable when you do them with adult beverages and friends.
Absolutely.
And Tweaked, you're up.
Yeah, Elite Dangerous, and we've said it for many episodes, is actually a pretty deep game. There's a lot of different ways to play the game. And sure, there's a time to work Elite Dangerous when you need your mats, when you need to make your money. But there's so many different ways to have fun, especially if you're flying with friends. And even if you're not sometimes, somebody like myself that's done most of that, I've done smuggling, I've done all that kind of stuff, but what I haven't done necessarily is hit all of the tourist beacons all over the galaxy. So I've been doing that and catching up on the lore and just seeing some different sites. It's just, you don't always have to chase the dollar. You don't always have to chase the goal. Sometimes you can take a night off and have some fun. And sometimes I think commanders lose track of that. Absolutely.
Juki.
Oh man, I'm one of those people that really enjoys absurd danger in games. I guess I kind of, Anyway, but like Dirt Rally or even things like DayZ, where it's all about the what could go wrong. So I'm gonna call out Isanona right now because he's the guy who properly got me into, right? Like, he got me into Elite properly. I watched him before I started playing Elite, and I was like, fuck, I need this in my life.
Dude, Isanona with his old FA Off series, my heart.
Right? But when I play Elite Dangerous, I've played Elite Dangerous my entire run through entirely on open, just for that kind of feeling of dread. Any time someone could really fuck my day up, But with Isanona, he has this enforced insurance clause. So he refuses to take that insurance, and he plays it with no flight assists, and he has the most interesting interactions with other people and stuff. And I just want to kind of lament a thing, because right now I would love to play Elite. I would love to sit down and play Elite without any barriers, where I could create my own separate profile, which is my hardcore profile, which is like, if I die, I've got to take it on the chin. Oof. And I can't do that, which really sucks, because I need to buy a separate copy of Elite and Horizons and Odyssey and blah, blah, because you can't make a separate save game. Man, I would kill for that right now.
Nuzlocke game. Aron, go for it.
Oh man, this is just bringing back some great memories, and I don't even really think I have any commentary better than just a couple things that I've done in Elite that I still do to this day just because of how much fun they are. But the one thing I used to do is the Robigo runs back in the day, when you'd have to do the silent running and kind of boost your way into the starport. And that is so much fun. I used to have a blast with that, and it used to be good at making money. It's still not bad, but obviously it's more for the experience than anything. And then the second one is the SRV race that we had during kind of right before the Dangerous games happened. And that was one of the best times I've ever had in Elite. There was probably 30 people, and everybody was kind of competing for their own player faction. And I did actually win that, but beyond winning, it was just such a fun experience to have we had other ships shooting at us, and it was just a great time.
Beautiful. And Wolf, close us out on this one.
There's very few times when I sit down to play Elite where I'm just going to go off on my own. I don't want to be in a wing or a crew, how it's called now. I don't want to talk with anyone. I just want to do my thing. Does it exist? Yeah, it happens from time to time. The majority of the time I want to play this game, I want to do it with friends. Whether or not we're all sitting around drinking, telling horrifically bad jokes, whatever. What are we going to do? I don't know. Whatever the hell we feel like. Going out and trying out smuggling and being Han Solo and just razzing each other like nothing else when somebody fucks it up? Absolutely. Great idea. Lots of different things to choose from. All goodness.
Right on.